Hi students, welcome back to the new session. Now I am going to teach you oxidation state or oxidation number. What is oxidation state or oxidation number? So generally oxidation state is nothing but an imaginary charge which is developed on the atom. It is an imaginary charge which is developed on atom if all shared electrons are given to more electronegative atom, or shared electrons are given to more electronegative atoms in a covalent compound is called oxidation state or oxidation number. So first of all, how can you understand this concept? First of all, oxidation state is nothing but a imaginary charge which is developed on atom. When you have to use this oxidation state means if all the shared electrons are migration towards which side, more electronegative atom, in which type of compounds, in a covalent compound. Generally two types of compounds are there. One is ionic compound, another one is covalent compound. What is ionic compound, what is covalent compound? If you take NaCl, this is ionic compound. How can I say this is ionic compound? If this compound, if you dissolved in water, it can be split up into ions, cation and anion. Which compound can be dissolved in water, can be split up into cation and anion, that compound is said to be ionic compound. But this oxidation states which is applicable to which compounds? Covalent compounds. That means for suppose if you take a covalent compound like HCl, if you fall down into the water, if you pour into the water HCl, it cannot be split up into ions. Again it will be present in a HCl molecules in water. It cannot be split up into ions. So which compound can be dissolved in water, it cannot be split up into ions, that is called covalent compounds. That is called covalent compounds. Covalent compounds means those compounds which can be dissolved in water, it cannot be split up into ions. So here we should consider only which type of compounds? Covalent compounds. You should not consider ionic compounds. So in these covalent compounds, what it will be develops? An imaginary charge which is developed on atom. Covalent compound means the electrons are migration towards more electronegative atom, then only form covalent compound. Take a look here. Here HCl will be there. You know very well in periodic table, periodic classification of elements, I said that point what is electronegativity values of some elements. So chlorine electronegativity how much? 3. Hydrogen electronegativity how much? 2.1. That's why the covalent bond, this dash is considered as a covalent bond. This covalent bond which is migration towards more electronegative atom. Which is more electronegative atom? Chlorine. What is more electronegativity means? What is the tendency of an atom to attract the shared electron pair in the covalent bond, attraction towards its own direction. So this covalent bond migration towards which direction? Chlorine. Due to the reason chlorine is having more electronegativity. That's why when the chlorine attraction towards itself, this covalent bond, chlorine gets an imaginary charge how much? -1. Hydrogen gets +1. That's why hydrogen gets +1 charge, chlorine gets -1 charge. So that's why this imaginary charge is nothing but oxidation number. So hydrogen oxidation number or oxidation state how much? +1. Chlorine oxidation state how much? Here -1. So due to the difference in their electronegativity, we can easily explain the oxidation state or oxidation number. Actually oxidation number is an imaginary charge which is developed on the atom. And take a look here. Electronegativity values of few elements in the modern periodic table. Hydrogen electronegativity how much? 2.1. If you take second period elements like lithium electronegativity 1, beryllium electronegativity 1.5, boron electronegativity 2, carbon electronegativity 2.5, nitrogen electronegativity 3, oxygen electronegativity 3.5, fluorine electronegativity 4. That means difference how much? 0.5 difference will be there. Lithium to beryllium difference 0.5, beryllium to boron 0.5, boron to carbon 0.5. That means will you added 0.5, the next element electronegativity we can easily know that. After that third period elements. Which are third period elements? Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine. Sodium electronegativity how much? 0.9. If you added here 0.3, how much? 0.3, then you will get the electronegativity of beryllium. Here aluminum will be there. How much difference will be there? 0.3. So 1.2 you will add 0.3, how much value? 1.5. 1.5 to 1.8 difference how much? 0.3. 1.8 to 2.1, how much difference will be there? 0.3. So from sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon and phosphorus, electronegativity difference how much? 0.3 will be there. But sulfur, if you take that one, sulfur electronegativity is 2.5. It is different. Chlorine electronegativity how much? 3. That's why I have written in the previous slide. Chlorine electronegativity how much? 3. Hydrogen electronegativity how much here? Take a look here. Hydrogen electronegativity is 2.1. So which is more electronegativity? Chlorine. That's why the shared electron pair in the covalent bond migration towards which direction? Chlorine. So chlorine accepting the electron pair, that's why it will get negative charge. Hydrogen is donating, that's why it gets positive charge. But it is an imaginary charge which is observed in the covalent compounds. After that, take a look here. Rules to find or determine the oxidation state or oxidation number. What the rules are there? So sum of the all oxidation state on all atoms is equal to charge on molecule. So the sum of oxidation number of all atoms present in the given compound, it is equal to charge on the molecule. For suppose one molecule given, what is H2SO4. How many hydrogens are there here? 2. How many sulfurs are there? 1. How many oxygens are present in it? 4. So 2 hydrogen atoms, 1 sulfur atom, 4 oxygen atoms. According to oxidation state rules, how to write that one? 2 hydrogen atoms. 2, we have to write the oxidation number of hydrogen. As well as how many sulfurs? 1 sulfur. So 1 oxidation number of sulfur atom. How many oxygen atoms? 4. Oxidation number of oxygen atom should be equal to H2SO4 is a compound. Compounds are always electrically neutral. That's why charge how much here? 0. So that's why it is equals to 0. Students, I hope that you are very clear here. So the sum of oxidation number of all atoms in each element in the compound should be equal to its charge. H2SO4 compound, that's why it is electrically neutral. No positive charge, no negative charge. That's why it is equal to charge how much? 0. So the sum means plus, the sum of oxidation number of each element, oxidation number of hydrogen, oxidation number of sulfur, oxidation number of oxygen should be equal to its charge. Take a look here. For suppose I take another compound K2Cr2O7. This name is potassium dichromate. What is potassium dichromate? In this potassium dichromate, how to write that one? The first rule. What I am saying that one? The sum of oxidation number of all atoms in the compound should be equal to its charge. Here how many potassiums are there? 2. Sum of oxidation number of which element? Potassium. So oxidation number of potassium plus regarding to chromium, take a look here. How many chromiums are there? 2 chromiums. So oxidation number of that corresponding atom. So oxidation number of chromium plus how many oxygens are there? 7 oxygen atoms. So 7 oxidation number of atom of an element, which one? Oxygen. So oxidation number of oxygen should be equal to 0. Why it is equals to 0? Potassium dichromate is the compound. That's why it is neither positive charge nor negative charge. That means it is equals to charge is 0. For suppose I take that one cation. If here I have given 2 examples, ammonium ion and hydronium ion. NH4 plus ion name is ammonium ion. How to apply the first rule? Hydronium ion. Second example is H3O plus is nothing but hydronium ion. How to write this one? In ammonium ion, how many nitrogens are there here? Yes, your guessing is correct. 1 nitrogen. So 1 into oxidation number of an atom. So oxidation number of which atom I have taken here? Nitrogen, first atom. So oxidation number of nitrogen atom plus how many hydrogens are there? 4 hydrogens. So oxidation number of corresponding atom, what it is? Hydrogen should be equal to its charge. Charge how much will be there? Plus 1. So that's why the sum of oxidation number of all atoms of each element in the given compound should be equal to its charge. Take a look here. Plus means plus 1 here. Nothing will be given means 1 will be present in it. Plus 1. Okay. Take a look here. H3O plus. How many hydrogens are there? 3. That's why 3 into oxidation number of particular atom. What is hydrogen will be there. That's why oxidation number of hydrogen atom plus how many oxygens are there? 1 oxygen. So 1 into oxidation number of corresponding atom. Which atom that is? Oxygen should be equal to its charge. How much charge will be there? Plus 1. So according to first rule I have written for which one? Regarding to compound as well as cation. Next I will take anion. Anion means negative charge ion. How to write this? Here sulfate ion given. SO4 minus 2 means sulfate ion. Take a look here. How many sulfur atoms are present in it? 1 sulfur, 4 oxygen. How to write that one regarding to oxidation state first rule? So first one sulfur. How many will be there? 1. So 1 into oxidation number of sulfur. How many oxygens are there? 4 oxygens. So 4 into oxidation number of oxygen should be equal to its charge. Charge how much is present in it? Minus 2. After that take a look here. PO4 minus 3. This is called phosphate ion. How to apply the first rule here? So how many atoms are there here? 2 atoms. One is phosphorus P, another one is oxygen O. How can you apply this one? How many phosphorus atoms are there here? Take a look here. How many phosphorus atoms are present in it? 1 phosphorus atom. So 1 into oxidation number of particular atom. So oxidation number of phosphorus plus how many oxygens are there? 4 oxygens are there. So 4 into oxidation number of particular atom. So this is belongs to which one? Oxygen. So 1 into oxidation number of phosphorus plus 4 into oxidation number of oxygen is equal to charge. So how much charge will be there? Minus 3. After that CO3 minus 2 ion is called carbonate ion. So regarding to carbonate ion, how to write that one? How many carbons are present in it? 1 carbon, 3 oxygen. Should be equal to its charge how much? Minus 2. So first of all take that one carbon. How many carbons are there? 1 into oxidation number of that atom. Which atom? Carbon atom. Plus 3 into oxidation number of which atom? Oxygen atom. Should be equal to its charge minus 2. If you take another one, MnO4 minus. MnO4 minus ion is called permanganate ion. MnO4 minus ion is called permanganate ion. Okay. Manganese. Here 2 atoms of the elements are there. One is manganese, another one is oxygen. First of all you have to write with respect to manganese. How many manganese atoms are there? 1. How many oxygen atoms are there? 4. Charge how much here? Present on that compound? Minus 1. So first of all regarding to manganese you have to write that one 1 into oxidation number of manganese, because how many manganese atoms are there? 1 manganese atoms are present in it. That's why 1 into oxidation number of manganese. After that take a look here. Oxygen atoms how many will be there? 4. That's why 4 into oxidation number of which atom? Oxygen atom is equal to its charge. How much charge is given? Minus 1. Students, I think you are very clear here. Next one. Next point what is? Second point. Oxidation state of element in pure allotropic form. That means in the elemental form. Pure form means in the elemental form, those elements which is occurred in nature. That is considered as a elemental form. So oxidation state of element in pure allotropic form or elemental form, when it will be there, it is taken as how much? 0. Whenever you should take the element available in elemental form or allotropic form, those elements can be taken as a oxidation state value is how much? 0. Yes. Take a look here. For suppose hydrogen. In elemental form what is? Gas. Hydrogen in air it is available as a H2 gas, elemental form what it is, H2, as well as nitrogen in air, elemental form what it is, N2. These are elemental forms. So whenever elemental forms or allotropic forms, pure forms are present in it, those elements oxidation state is taken as 0. For suppose this is H2. For H2, how much we have to take here? Oxidation state is 0. Oxygen, you should take that one. Two allotropies are there. They are available in nature as O2, oxygen, O3, ozone. O2 means oxygen, you know very well. O3 means what it is? Ozone. Both are what it is? Allotropic form of oxygen. Oxygen occur in nature in the form of O2, in the form of O3. So that's why for these two, oxygen and ozone, their oxygen states are how much? 0. O2 oxygen state is 0. O3 is oxygen state is 0. Due to the reason both are allotropic form of oxygen atom. After that, nitrogen, it is elemental form. That's why charge is considered as 0. Fluorine in elemental form present in it. That's why oxygen state is 0. Chlorine gas in elemental form. Whenever chlorine in elemental form, we are called Cl2, which is present in the air Cl2 form. This is considered as oxygen state is 0. Not only that one, if you take metals, generally most of the metals are present in solid state at room temperature. Am I correct or not? For suppose sodium metal, which state will be there? Solid form will be there. That's why sodium metal in the elemental form we can consider as oxygen state is 0. Magnesium is the metal. That's why it is present in solid form. So it is elemental form. It is considered as oxygen state 0. Aluminium, of course, this is the metal which is present in solid state at room temperature. That's why which is occurs naturally in solid form. That's why this elemental form will be present in it. So this oxygen state is 0. So whenever the elements are present in elemental form or allotropic form, then those elements oxygen state is considered as 0. So that's why all these elements what I have written here, those elements oxygen state is 0. Don't forget that one. After that, oxidation state of alkali metals. Which one? Alkali metals means you know very well. First year group elements. Which one? Hydrogen, lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. All these are what is? Alkali metals. Alkali metals general electronic configuration what is? NS1. We know very well. In the period table, I explained this. What it is? First year group elements general electronic configuration is NS1. That means in their valential, how many electronic configurations are there? 1s1, 2s1, 3s1, potassium 4s1, rubidium 5s1. This is 6s1. S subshell containing only one electron in the alkali metals. We know very well. Oxidation states of alkali metals in the compound form is always taken as +1. So due to the reason, take a look here. First year group elements what is? I had already written here. Lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium. So alkali metal general electronic configuration NS1. So all these elements in their valence shell only one electron is present in it. If it loses that one electron, it achieves noble gas configuration, or it satisfies octet rule and it is more stable. For your sake, I take example here. Sodium will be there. Atomic number how much? 11. So 11 electrons. How can you write this one simply? Neon 3s1. That means in their valence shell how many electrons are there? One electron will be there. If this sodium atom donating one electron or loss of one electron, whenever loss you should put plus. How many electron loses? One electron loses. So when the sodium atom loss of one electron from their valence shell, then it can be converts into sodium +1 cation, and sodium +1 cation achieves the a stable electronic configuration, a noble electronic configuration like neon. Neon is more stable or not? That's why compare with sodium atom, which is more stable. Compare with the sodium atom, sodium +1 is more stable. Due to that reason, sodium +1 achieves the noble gas configuration like neon. That means whenever all these metals, if it gets +1 charge, those are more stable according to alkali metals. That's why the another definition of oxidation state what it is? The state in which the elements behaves to be stable, that is called oxidation state. Another definition of oxidation state what is? The state at which the elements behaves to be stable, that state is called oxidation state. That's why compare with sodium +1, which is more stable? Sodium plus 1 is more stable. That's why this is considered as plus 1 is considered as oxidation state of sodium, because in this state sodium is more stable. So that's the definition. What is the state in which the elements behaves to be stable? That state is also called as oxidation state. So all these elements in their valence shell, one electron is present in it. If it loses that one electron, it gets more stability due to achievement of nearest noble gas configuration. So whenever one electron loses, it gets charge how much? Plus 1. This arbitrary charge can be taken as oxidation state. That's why lithium oxidation state how much? Plus 1. Sodium oxidation state is plus 1. Potassium oxidation state is plus 1. Rubidium oxidation state plus 1, as well as cesium oxidation state is plus 1. For suppose here compound has given what is Na2S, sodium sulfide. In this sodium sulfide, we know very well sodium is alkali metal. Am I correct or not? So alkali metal charge is always plus 1. So we have to find another atom. What is sulfur here? So here sodium sulfur will be given. You know one element oxidation state, because sodium is alkali metal. Alkali metals like lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium are always shows the oxidation state is plus 1. That's why we can easily find out the second element oxidation state. If you take for alkaline earth metals means it is very easy. Second year group elements always exhibit is taken as oxidation state how much? Always plus 2 state is taken. Alkali metals plus 1, alkaline earth metals are oxidation state is plus 2. Which one that are? Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, radium. So all these oxidation state how much? Plus 2. Why they are exhibiting only plus 2? What is the reason? Because in their valence shell general electronic configuration what is? Ns2. All these elements, if they lose 2 electrons, then they achieve stable electronic configuration like noble gas. So all these atoms of the elements like beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium and barium, radium, they are capable to donating 2 electrons from their valence shell to get bivalent cations and achieve more stable. So that's why plus 2 oxidation state is exhibited. So that's why what is the definition of oxidation state? The state in which the elements behaves to be stable. So all these atoms of the elements excluding beryllium, excluding which one? Beryllium, if they are capable to donating 2 electrons, they are more stable. That's why they show the oxidation state is plus 2. Okay students, today's session is over. In the next session we will have to discuss about remaining rules, what it will be there in the oxidation states. Okay, thank you for bearing me. Good day. See you. Bye.